Welcome back. Another episode of Path 7. I've been going for a while, just doing the inner work, just allowing God to kind of just keep guiding my path. I'm still painting, I'm still doing a lot of things. I'm just more pacing myself more than anything else. Honestly, I've been like extremely tired, so I haven't been was under a situation where I just wanted to allow myself to actually heal. And as I'm healing, just get to a place where I can be whole within myself, so I'm not pouring from an empty cup. I'm just allowing God to kind of guide the path and allow the path to always be a space of healing for other people to grow upon themselves. So as in life, you always got to take a step back so you can see the bigger picture. One of the big things I do want to speak about is how there's a lot of like, to say empty husk wouldn't be the word I'm looking for, but I want to say that there's a lot of what we're experiencing right now is a lot of people. How do I say it? I just feel like there's a lot of people not. There's not enough original beings on the planet, as to say that. Like, there's a lot of people just copying other people's frequencies, stealing other people's like work. Like, it's okay to have a blueprint and to kind of reach off that blueprint, but if you just take from that blueprint and just copy it and then just, like that is different. But if you're just kind of like taking your time and allowing like yourself to develop at your own pace and not allowing everything to kind of, influence you, then you could be who you're trying to be. So with me, I'm more of just trying to create a space where I'm just trying to, I'm creating a space where people can find themselves within themselves. So as it's saying that, it's a Life Path 7, which is the name of the showcasing, or the name of this whole series. I'm just trying to, I'm not trying, I'm creating a version of myself that it's not finding other people, it's aligning with myself. So if I'm in my truth, other people could feel strong enough or courageous enough to also become their own truth, or express their own truth in their own facet, or however they deem acceptable. So where I'm trying to just head with life is just in a more holistic's not the word, that's too commercial at this point. Head in a space of life where I'm being myself, I'm allowing myself to grow. I'm not allowing other people to dictate my future or the way that I'm living life. I'm just trying to be more no, I can't be any more authentic than I already are. It's just I'm trying to allow people to see my healing from a standpoint that is it's its own, because I don't win all the time. Like, I know that in this 3D world I have so many different I have so many different things kind of affecting me, like from the 3D aspect of like just, I guess, just fighting this hive mind essence that's going on around me, of everybody pretty much picking and choosing who they want to follow instead of following their own heart from their own past life experiences or experiences, period. So it's tough because it's like, how can how can you lead and at the same time while you're leading not allow other people to get deterred from this path that you're on that seems to be so difficult. And as in having such a difficult path, it's more of like, what can I do to make people more courageous to do their own thing other than following the crowd? Because when you are doing your own thing, it's something where it's enlightening to just know that you're on your own path and you're being authentically yourself. So as I'm being authentically myself, I can help lead other people from the shadows of their own fears of what the culture or what other people may not allow them to be. So it's more of like, okay, I'm being myself, but how can I also allow other people to like work their own way to finding themselves or being the light in the dark time? Because it's not that things are dark, it's that the the things that are running the planet right now, they're suppressing the light. So as it's saying that, a lot of people are suppressing what we are trying to fix upon situations that only we have the knowledge to share, and they're separating us from the people who we need to be with because it's one of those things where healers go within and heal. We're also hermits. So as in hermits, we need a lot of time to do our own thing. And as in doing our own thing, it's one of those things where it's just like, are you courageous enough to do the inner work and take your time to yourself to actually prestige and like level up in your own way? And when I say level up, I don't mean in the standpoint of, are you able to go through character assassinations and be bold enough to not give up on your journey, to allow your journey to kind of guide you through things that you need, that only you know the answer to. Because when you're asking somebody outside yourself for answers, it's only asking for clarification for things you already know. So I'm never asking for anything outside of myself. I'm always knowing that I'm only asking for confirmation when I'm looking for somebody else. I'm only asking for confirmation of things I already know. That's why I don't speak to people too much, because I don't really need to, because everybody, as in giving your power away of asking somebody for confirmation is almost like, it's almost telling the universe you don't really trust your process, or you don't trust yourself. And that's what the enemy wants us to do, is to stay in the standpoint of asking people outside of ourselves to, like, if we really trust this process, if we allow this process to be dictated by somebody outside of ourselves. So it's tough, but it's like, only you know how to make yourself acceptable to yourself. Like, no one can tell you how to do certain things. The only person who can do these things for you is you. So as in saying that, the only person who can help you become the person you can be is you. You have to do the work. No one can do the work for you. And the more and more you're trying to dictate other people's work, is just going to make you look silly when when you're supposed to step into your own pedestal or stage to do your own thing. Before I take too much time to speak on this piece right here, I haven't named it yet. I just knocked it out today. I'm very happy to say that I've done this today, because I just had to do it. Like, we're in a space where you're like, when you're in a space where you're just like trying to manage so much by yourself, it's hard to do things on your own and just like step to the side and say, this is what I have to do for myself. So as in this piece, extremely proud of it. When I first did it, I had no ideas for it. I kind of wanted to be a face a little bit, but I didn't. I just wanted to kind of just spray paint and then see where I can go from it. Like I said, I'm extremely happy about it. It's just different, It's just me stepping out of my box and kind of just keeping it going. And I'm loving that it's going back to its African roots, or its autochthonous to the America's roots, being original to being here, or not being indigenous, because indigenous, I am means not. So, you know what I mean? Indifference means you're not being different. So it's like, or like just making sure that my root, the words that I'm using, actually make sense to what I'm speaking on, So like in this, I just wanted to just be creative. I wanted to be different. I used 2 different color spray paints. I spray painted it first. After I spray painted it, it gave me the background I needed different there. It's kind of just like putting the pieces together. And as you're putting the pieces together, everything will make sense, because it's just you kind of shading the things that you already left like breadcrumbs for yourself upon. So that's this piece. I don't have a name for it, nothing like that. I'm just extremely happy about it. And this will go into my showcase that I'm trying to get into the Grand Opera House. My good friend Eric Berman, I always shout him out. Eric, my man, hope all is well. The same old. But he challenged me. I said, hey, I was trying to get a showcase soon. He said, oh, well, do you have any pictures? I'm like, I'll get back to you. So instead of just sending him the pictures I was going to send, I'm like, why would I do that if I can just like actually double up and just go back to my own roots and just like actually put the work into like, just doing the work. Like, I'm young, I got time for it, and plus I'm doing another photo shoot for a couple more pieces of clothing as well. I'm also going to do a podcast soon with a few of my friends, or co-workers really. I don't say I have friends, because there's no time for love or friendship on the battlefield. But at the same time, I always say this, we're at a spiritual war with ourselves and things outside of ourselves and outside the timeline of, or this projection of what life is perceived to be. So as in saying that, it's always good to know that, you know, at the end of the day, the only person you can trust is yourself. Trust no one outside your aura. Trust your vibration. Trust the things that you're putting in your body to help you receive things that you're trying to get to. So like I said, this piece right here, extremely proud of it. I have no name for it yet. I just love the growth and the creativity that I'm going down. Give me 1 second, I'll be right back. God damn. Right back. Like I said, second piece, I did 2 pieces in one day, and I also did a jacket. I'm also going to showcase the jacket really quick as well, right after I show this piece. But this piece has no name for it. While I was creating this piece, just like the next one, it was one of those things where I didn't really know what I was going to do with it. I didn't know what I was really going to do with it, but I found enlightenment in just kind of just allowing it to be what it was. I just spray painted it with the same spray paint I had, I just purchased, and then the gray is something I had before, and this blue you see here is 2 different blues. This navy blue is something I had from my last series because I'm stepping into a new series. I don't know the name of it yet. It's not going to be an official series. The reason it's not going to be an official series is because it's not going to. I don't have a purpose for it right now. I'm just like throwing out mixtapes right now. So like, if I was, this would be not my Section 80, but like this would be my undiscovered or untitled that Kendrick dropped, like, or Kendrick or I can't say Lil Wayne because Lil Wayne dropped a series of fucking excuse me, a series of mixtapes. So I would just say this is like one of my in between chapters of the Book of Ralph. So the Book of Ralph is the eternal skeleton of everything I'm doing, the day by day chronicles of what I'm doing, and it has different chapters depending on the different things I'm going through in my personal life at the moment. So right now I'm going through an arc of, it's a transitioning phase. It's not that I am dying. We're all dying. We're dying on a day-to-day basis. That's what spirituality actually is, and we get to experience that once we transgress that balance that Libra gives us. Then we go through the destruction of becoming the actual cosmic entity, which is going from Scorpio all the way up to Pisces, and then we're being reborn again through Aries. So interesting, but interesting enough. Right back there. All right, so like I said, this piece here, another random piece. This piece is an actual face. You have eye here, a nose, the teeth right here. But like I said, with my artwork, it's never what you think it is. It's whatever you perceive it to be. That's why I hate giving descriptions, because who's going to say that we're all going to see the same way? We never see the same way, so it's always just like, what do you perceive versus what do I perceive? And I can't tell you what to perceive because we don't perceive the same thing. That's like you say the sky is blue. In your world, the sky is blue. So in your world, the sky may be any color you want it to be because you create your reality. As I'm saying, you creating your reality, I can't tell you how to live your life. You tell me, and we meet somewhere in the middle by using logic and reality and allowing reality to be what it is. So as I'm saying that, I'm just really appreciative of being able to complete these pieces, almost having this series wrapped up, or this old series wrapped up, so I can step into that showcasing, like I said, for my good friend Eric Berman. That's going to be everything here. I'm going to show you my jacket next. Give me 1 second. All right, this is the piece here. Boom. Yep. So I bought it from Old Navy. Like I said, I bought it from Old Navy. Dirt cheap. I think like $30 at most, 39, 30, between $40 to like maybe 30. When I say 40, I mean like 39.97 type thing, like dirt cheap. So between 40 to maybe 20 something dollars. I literally just painted it. The Lucia symbol on the back. Find others at the bottom. Like I said, I'm extremely happy just that like start this brand. I might change the name to something else in the future just because I feel like it's too bland. It's too. I feel like anybody can like fringe upon it, and then at the same time, a type of anybody being able to fringe upon it. I can come up with something better to find others. I'm a big manga buff. That's why I said I also have my series from above, which is pretty much anything that I'm going to do from the visual aspect of movies, manga, or anime. Period. Because like I feel like anime is one of the last frontiers we have left. Because anytime you actually are doing spiritual work and you're watching a movie and you're kind of interacting with the spirit and not the vessel, it's too easy to get caught up in the karma for other people. So as in saying that, when you're getting caught up in the karma for other people, because you have a higher, whenever you connect with this higher power and it's engaging with you and telling you like, well, you know what I mean, how to do the dance of life. It's one of those things where I don't get karma for it, but I feel bad like interrupting somebody else's path because not everybody's going to be on the path that I'm on. So I have to be humble enough to understand that I'm not overriding somebody's karma, but I'm starting their path. But on the same time, I'm starting their path. It's not my job to start their path, so it's a tough thing to ever like speak on, ever do. So yeah, I'm thinking about doing like a heart or maybe like the Archangel Michael on it, but with my clothing, I don't want it to be too much. I want it to be something like nice and simple, where everybody can it's not too much. Like you can wear it anywhere, and it's not like doing the most. Like it doesn't have like a lot of extra like explicit things on it or a lot of things on it. Just short, simple to the point. And you can wear it anywhere. It's not like you have to wear it to a certain event or you feel like you're being too loud. It's just nice and simple, and you can kind of do what you want to do of it. So like you know what I mean? It's about, for me. It's always about just being able to go anywhere with what you're doing and being comfortable in it. Like I've done a peacoat before, I've done a top coat, and it's all simple. It's do a chia symbol with like a heart on the front. Because one of my biggest one of my biggest thing in life is to protect your heart because I have such a big heart, which means I have Venus in my first house, which means that like I love from just like a universal standpoint, and it's a master love that a lot of people infringe on. So somebody as myself, I can only, give. As God allowing me to be such a giver, I have to be able to do this job and to give and love at such a loving standpoint and not let other people infringe upon that being that loving being. So on the out, I appreciate you guys tuning in. And for the people who are going to tune in to you know what I mean, since this is almost like a message to myself, like I'm gonna look back on this one day and be like, damn, like I overcame a lot, and God kind of held my hand through the whole process and just helped me keep growing. So I just want to say how thankful I am for having this moment and allowing myself to keep evolving.